All right, if you can hear me, see me, go ahead and let me know that you are tuned in. We are going to be kicking off here our day three sales, acquisition, capture, nurture, close, make that dollar bill, bring our ideas, enthusiasm into a revenue source, do the unexpected, prove the naysayers, the doubters wrong, remind ourselves that we actually have more potential than we think, right? So the challenge is still on. And I know a bunch of you are here on the live. I know a lot of you are watching the replay, and I appreciate you. But what I would appreciate most is for you to be prepared today to take action, right? Today, being sales and acquisition is all about taking action. And I just gotta make a switch here on my screen. Um, I'm gonna be showing you some new ways, some new ideas that you may not be familiar with. Okay. And I'm going to ask you to get uncomfortable. I'm going to ask you to really put your ego to the side, right? Take that, that's not going to work, and just leave it for another day, right? Not for today, right? Because once I kick off here, there is no stopping. We're going to go in through some slides that we've had here, challenge after challenge. But if you're tuning in now, or if you hear this, I put together two swipe files that you're going to see for the first time and that you're going to be able to have the leverage and the leg up to start making noise now, right? So if you're excited today to learn how you can start building business owner friendships, relationships, capture their attention without even leaving your house, right? Without even leaving your house, let me know below. Let me know below. JB, I'm excited. You said I don't have to leave my house and I could get a deal or two today? Oh, yeah. That's what I said. I got me some coffee fuel. It's gonna be a long and fast one here, but it's all for the right reasons because see, we're at that time right now, October 2nd. October 2nd, and it's a new season. It's a new season. It's a new perspective. It's new challenges, and it's approaching the end of the year, right? When we was in June, July, we was already towards the middle, close to the end, right? Most successful businesses are planning for their next year, June and July. They're not waiting. They're not waiting until January 1st to plan their business, right? There are businesses that have to get their quarterly taxes in order. And I want to say all this because if you don't know now, you need to know. And the reason why I want to just kind of open up here is because it's never about the outreach that holds people back from getting a new customer. It's the knowledge, it's the understanding, it's the empathy, it's the strategy. It's more importantly the first impression or the perception that that person has of you as the authority or not, right? Are you the authority? Right? Are you the authority? And maybe you're not yet, right? Maybe you're just, right? John, I'm not the authority, man. Like I'm brand new at this and I really don't know what I don't know. And yes, I'm learning and I'm here and I've been 3 days straight or I took the course or this is my second challenge with you. I don't want to give up, but I don't know everything. Well, I'm going to empathize with you and say, keep it up, right? Keep it up. But here's what I want you to do, right? If you're with me in this challenge a second time, for whatever reason, a third time, a fourth time, right? I need you to put a list together of what's holding you back. Is it the sales? Is it the industry knowledge? Is it just you getting stuck looking at the screen, not knowing what to do? Right? Because I'm going to help you. I'm going to guide you. And it's not that I have all the answers. I just know a lot of people with the answers. And I leverage and I collaborate. and I share and I talk and I listen, right? And I just want to pass that over to you. That's what I want to do, right? I'm excited personally because we're about to jump into, in less than 18 days, our Level Up Summit. And if you have not heard about the Level Up Summit, you're not the only one because I didn't know about it for a while either. And this is my first one, and I'm pumped, right? I am pumped. So if you're going to be at the Level Up Summit, if you haven't purchased your tickets yet, right, let me know why, right? Is it a timing thing, right? Something I really don't know what it is. How do I fit in? If you've bought your tickets for the Level Up, man, comment below, right? Because not only are we gonna have a great time, but we're gonna learn. We'll save this for another time, right? So that being said, we got these next 18 days to flex, work hard, and go at it. So when we show up ready to take action, right? So that being said, we're gonna go over sales and prospecting. It's gonna be everything that maybe you love or maybe you can't stand. So it's like either yes or no. There is no gray area with this one, right? You're either a big fan of sales and you enjoy the challenge, or man, you're thinking about like just leaving the meeting right now because it's not for you. And I'm okay with it. But here's the good news. If you decide to leave and you want to come back, we got the replay. We have the replay, right? And that replay is there for you. So that way you can do what you need to do to catch up, right? And my screen just got jacked up. So I got to reshare this. The screen got jacked up. That's how you know it's going to be a great day. That's how you know it's going to be a great day. If you think if it's a great day for you already, let me know below in the comments. JB, it's a great day today. That's how I feel. And it's not just the coffee, right? So if you're with me, if you're a sales enthusiast, if you enjoy sales, I need your help today. Engage with me, comment below, let me know. Share if this perspective or this strategy or this idea makes sense to you. If it doesn't, let me know, because I want to help you, and I want to learn from you too. If you are getting your first few sales and you're just not showcasing it because you're humble, you're quiet, you work, in the shadows, it's okay. But let me know if there's something that we can tweak, help, or guide our fellow friends here in the challenge. So let's rock and roll. Right? We're going to go over some. Look, I know we got a lot of different people here from a lot of different experiences, backgrounds. I've seen a few of y'all. Have software experience. I'm not going to mention no names here, but I've seen a lot of previous salespeople, right, from the industry, right, and they're no longer where they were before, right, and now they're here, and I'm like, whoa, that's cool. They're here. Maybe they were, y'all know who you are. You were selling maybe some marketing for a big company or a few big companies, right? Some advertising, maybe some of the yellow pages you were selling, right? Who remembers the yellow pages? Let me know below in the comments if you remember the yellow pages, right? It's always fun to see new entrepreneurs, especially when you've known them from a distance. When you've known them from a distance, it's always fun to see them flourish in the same area that you're in, right? So we're going to go over identifying some of those qualified candidates. We're going to go over some of the local market dynamics, what you should be aware of, right? Whether you're going to be prospecting from home, prospecting in your area, or prospecting out of state, out of country, right? Because we have friends here from Australia, UK, Pakistan, India, Nigeria, right? Spain, Mexico, and they're all over, right? They're all over. So, you got to find out in your area what's popping, right? You got to find out in your area what it's known for. Because here's the thing, you're not just targeting your local area, you're targeting the people that are coming into your area too. Because think about this, if you're going to work with a business to help them with their reviews and reputation, well, if you're in an area like Mexico, Spain, where there's high tourist traffic, well, then you need to make sure not only is your potential client or your new client on TripAdvisor and a variety of other sites, but they better be on Google. They better be on Google, right? They better be on Google, and that's your responsibility. So I'm going to show you what you need to do to bring that attention to them. Like you need to be on Google, or look, you're on Google, but you also need to be on TripAdvisor. You also need to be here, there. Here's why. And you're gonna feel good by practicing this, right? So as we're going along here, right? As we're going along here, I want to just remind you that you don't have to suffer in silence. You don't have to pull the last hair off of your head, potentially throw your computer out the window, or give up on this, right? And say, John, you stink, man. Right? I'll take the hit all day. But I'm telling you, we have resources here. Right? And it wasn't until I tried it on my own, that I was just like many of you, like, I don't, you know, no, they're there to help you. Right? They're there to help you. So let's make sure you take advantage of this, because we're already right in the middle. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, baby. We got to get this moving, right? Like the key's in the ignition. I'm turning it. I got a full tank of gas. My seatbelt is on. Pedal to the metal. And if you're not on high level, you've been missing out. You've been missing out. I don't know how you got here. I don't know how you saw this, but maybe it's perfect timing. But if you're not on high level yet, and you have the patience and the commitment to watch this much so far, you need to be on high level. Like I need you to like just stop listening to me and go to that website and sign up, because I got to get you caught up so we can get out together with the rest of the crew here, right? And as always, we try to show our appreciation in many different ways. And we always get requests. Hey man, how do I get a shirt? How do I get a hat? How do I get some swag? Right? This is how. This is how. Every day we pull one winner, right? We might pull two tomorrow. We might pull one the next day. It doesn't matter. But if you just are engaged in the conversation, you have a chance to win, right? And if you win, maybe that's a sign that, right? Like, oh man, this is the next level for me. And if you don't, you just got to work a little harder. You got to work a little harder. And if you don't want to wait to win, and you got your first few sales in, maybe you like made some adjustments in your strategy, and you're just here to like, man, John, I appreciate you, but I'm just here to like maybe hear your style or hear your perspective, right? I just kind of want to like get an idea. I'd rather not listen to music. I'd rather listen to somebody in high level, and then I'd rather listen to a podcast, and then I'd rather listen to a webinar. Well, thank you. And I appreciate you for that. But this is our swag store, and it's a great place for you to reward yourself. If you got your first few sales in, right? We're your operating system. High level's your operating system. Like I'm doing this for you. I'm your business development person. I'm here, right? For no money, no fee, no contract, no commitment. I'm here to give you direct from high level with my personal experience, opinion, and a blend of a little bit of who I am and what I do to help you, right? So rock this with me, because this is your operating system. This is how you're powering your business. And these are great for the gym, doing some laundry, running around, right? It's here. So let's get to it. Let's get to it here. We got identifying quality candidates, and like, it's obvious, right? I know a lot of you here like get it. John, I know, like I've seen this part already, man, and like, I'm here because I'm learning a little bit, but like this is basic. Well, you gotta be patient with me, because we got a big classroom and we got some new people in the building, right? So let me just run through this, and then I'm gonna mark my words. I'm gonna go over the strategy and checklist that's not included in the course. This is a bonus, right, that I put together for you. right? Because like I said, a lot of questions. John, the training's great, but I want to make money. The training's great, but I want to get leads. The training's great, but I want to get clients. You yelled, I'm following through, right? Give me until we're going to end here sharp at 120, 125, right? But if the recording cuts out and you miss this, I can't replay it back. So if you got to go out or be somewhere, just make sure you tune back in at least in 40 minutes, right? Because I'm going to go through this and we're going to go right into the new stuff, all right? So, when you identify your quality candidates, I just want you to think about here who you're working with and why, right? We're working with local businesses, small to medium-sized businesses, right? Maybe they haven't even broke $1 million yet. Maybe they broke up to 5 million yet, right? But they either have a location in the downtown, side street, in your community, in your county, in your area, right? They could walk in, they got an office, they're part of a bigger building, right? Maybe they're an accountant, a CPA, maybe they're a chiropractor, med spa, maybe they're a restaurant, maybe they're a catering, maybe they're an event rental space, maybe they're a go-kart, privately owned go-kart place, maybe they're a privately owned golf course place, right? Maybe they're a country club, maybe they're a privately owned gym. Here's the key word I want you just to take away from all of this. Privately owned, right? Go privately owned first. Yes, there's franchises. Yes, there's meat on the bone for more. Absolutely. Right? But let's not eat the whole buffet until we get some nibbles, right, and get our stomach comfortable to eat that whole buffet. Because I'm not going to lie to you. When I used to love going to the buffet, I used to go in, right? And then I would have a tummy ache. So let's keep it simple. In Spanish, bonito barato. Let's keep it simple and cheap, right? Keep it simple and cheap here, right? Private. Now, those businesses are experiencing, whether they say it or not, they're experiencing some punches in the stomach, right? They're getting tripped by other businesses. They're getting bullied by other businesses. Why? Because they're not thinking about what their Google business profile really looks like, and they don't believe that it's really important to them. But they do know something's unplugged because the cash register is not ringing as much as they expected. So we have to speak to that. So if I roll up to your business or I give you a call and I go ring, ring, ring. Hey, Karen, I reached out here. I'm glad I was able to catch you. Karen, how's everything been over at the business at the office over there? Who are you? Forgive me, Karen. I'm part of the Chamber of Commerce. I also saw that you were part of the Chamber of Commerce. I've seen you around. You probably recognize me by face, but I can, add you on Facebook. But I was reaching out because I was putting some strategies together for some other local chamber members on how to get ready for the holidays, right? Like, how do we get more reviews? How do we get more appointments? Like, you got to speak to their business demand. What is good for their business? You got to speak to that, right? And that's one example, right? Now, you got to be a part of the chamber to use that, right? And if you're in the United States, there's a chamber in your area. If you're out of the country, maybe they call it something else. Maybe there is a chamber, right? I could only speak within the States, right? Because in the States, the chamber is pretty popular. It's leaned upon. All right. And then Karen says, well, what do you mean? Well, like, I was on your Google page and, you're part of the chamber. I was hoping to see if I could maybe send you something over, quick video, take a look at what I saw. And whether you feel like it's good for you or maybe someone else could use my help, I'm just trying to get the word out and help a few of my fellow chamber members because I want to build up some new case studies, right? Like, I feel like in order to be good at what you do, you got to give a little bit to get a lot, right? So I'd love to give you my expertise and in return, maybe a testimonial if everything goes well. Well, everything will go well, but when it goes well, and just kind of build that connection, that relationship, right? Like that's how, and again, that's how I say it. That's not exactly how you should say it. You have to use your style. You have to wordsmith it with your personality, right? And like for me, I just feel a lot more confident. I can go off the cuff. I can go back on my heel. I can go forward. Like I move pretty quick because I've done this door to door for a long time before it was cool. Right? Before it was cool, I was doing this. So I have a little bit more muscle memory. Right? But I'm going to show you a few things in the checklist I put together for you. Right? We'll get to that in about 40 minutes. So with that being said, that's one way that I shared and how you look up and be familiar with your local market, right? But here are some things also to consider. If you're in an area where it's a tourist area, it's a vacation area where it's like, summer is really considered in the winter in other areas. If you're down the shore, right? You're down in, Cape Cod or Cape May, or by the Florida Keys, wherever you're at, right? There's like that prime time. There's that prime time. That's what you just need to be aware of. Like, what's the prime time? I mean, all the time's a good time, but when's the prime time? Right? And as you start to understand that, you start to understand like seasons in the business, and you start to understand like where there's an opportunity to help businesses in that area, right? And then you start to pay attention to as you evolve. Oh, wow, there's a lot of new real estate coming into town. Wow, there's a lot of big box stores coming into town. Oh my, there's a lot of businesses going out of business. Oh wow, they have like a whole new shop local campaign going on. This area has a lot of street fairs and a lot of harvest fests and a lot of food mart. Like there's like a lot of different things. Like these clues matter because here's what happens when you look at these local market dynamics. That's the traffic that's available. That's the traffic that's available. Now, for a business, traffic is king. If there's no traffic, there's no opportunity, right? Comment below. Traffic is king. No traffic, no opportunity. Imagine your billboard. Imagine your store is on an empty highway with no traffic. What are you going to expect? Zero. So traffic is king. So as we start to do this kind of awareness part of our mind, like, okay, we got, a lot of these types of businesses are here. It's a saturated market. There's a lot of pizza stores, there's a lot of landscape, whatever it is, right? We got a lot of new real estate. So that a lot of new real estate, what does that mean? That means there's a lot of new people moving in. Okay? A lot of new people moving in. That means a lot of new people that need emergency service. They need daycare service. More restaurant patrons. Okay? Maybe more cleaning companies. All right? Maybe there is more potential for, right, installations, upgrades, renovations, tree removal, right? More traffic, more people is more demand, more volume. So that's a great thing, right? That's a great thing. And if you're out of the country and you're targeting a state in the country, well, you got to keep that in mind. You got to keep that in mind. Because here's what I'll tell you. The old days of generalist doesn't work. The old days of small talking, hey, I want to help you out, doesn't work. Mm-mm. Now it's about what could you do for me? How could you do it for me? Show me what you do. Show me your references. Show me your expertise. Where can I look you up online? How do I know you're real? How do I know you're not a bot? How do I know you're not going to scam me? It is the priority has shifted from let's think about the business to who are you? Why you? How'd you find me? Why did you find me? Why do you want to help me? What do you see? And it's like, whoo, by the time you get into the task that you want to help them with, you're like, man, I'm tired. This is not worth it. And that's okay. Because you're going to get to pick who you want to work with. So, as we're going along here, I just want you to remember that there's a word that you may hate. And you can call it whatever you want. But it's prospecting. Right? If you don't prospect, then you have no conversation starters, right? So, here's what I'm going to do for you. We're going to take that word prospecting We're going to crunch it up like a piece of paper. We're going to throw it away, right? Done. Prospecting thrown away. We're going to use the word conversation. So go ahead and type below. Prospecting is the old way. Conversations is the way. Prospecting's the old way. Conversations the way. Right? And how we do that is by being in the right rooms, being in the right online platforms, being around the right people, being around people and starting a conversation. Because see, here's what happens. If you don't start the conversation, there's not a conversation to be had. Nothing's going down. If it's to be, it's up to you. Right? It's up to you. If I want to deliver value today to you, if it's to be, it's up to me. Right? So go in the chat, type below, if it's to be, it's up to me. If it's to be, it's up to me. Because prospecting is the old way, conversations is the way. Right? And how do we start conversations? I'm going to throw another P word at you and you're going to be pissed. All right? And that's phone calls. Right? I know, right? I know you're mad. You're about to sign off. You're like, all right, John, this is what you got from me, man. 3 Ps? No way. What do we do? We're gonna do something. What are we gonna do? If we don't call somebody, how do we have a conversation? Right? Texting is a form of communication, but it's not a conversation. It's not a conversation. So here's where I just want to throw some of my perspective, some of my thinking out loud, some of my, if I had to do everything kind of all over again, what would I do? I'd one, be more confident than I was before in what I offer now, right? Because if I spend more time learning it, practicing it, doing it, I'm gonna push that aura, that energy that I know what I'm doing, right? I would then just smile and talk to people, get to people know a little bit more human-like, right? Because we're in a time right now where humans are under attack by AI bots and skepticism, right? If you remember the movie Terminator, go ahead and type below. If you remember the movie Terminator, I'll be back. That wasn't a good one, but you get what I mean. Right? In Terminator, you had all the robots coming out, right? Well, we got the robots coming now too. Some of us know how to handle it. The others, we're freaking out. Right? Some of us know how to handle it, embrace it, use it. Others are freaking out. Right? You need to be the balance of accepting the change of AI robots and the supporter empathy for the business owner that's freaking out, right? And say, hey, look, this could be put to work in the great way. Let me show you. I'll show you how we could put this to work, right? And now, see, you could probably say that in a long email written in ChatGPT, right? Probably say that in a couple text messages, but there's nothing like hearing it. Like, just put this into perspective here, folks. Let's just say that my screen is all you saw and you didn't hear from me. Right? This training was voiceless. You're like, this is boring. Right? This is boring. This is not helpful. Well, that's how your potential partner, business owner, business friend, business relationship, that's how they feel. This is a waste of my time. These people just texting me. They're thumb warriors. They're scammers. Oh, they're keyboard warriors. They're not gonna help my business. They don't even have their own business. How are they gonna help mine? What do they know? I've been doing this 20 years. So you have to put yourself in that position. And then now you pick up the phone. Hey, I know you guys have been around for a long, long time, and you're probably like the fifth or sixth generation doing this. Um, would you be so and so by chance? Right? Like you gotta go human, friendly. Now, some of you might be thinking, John, I don't got time for that, man. Like what you're talking about right now is like nice to have, but it's not what I need. Okay. Then comment below on a better way. Comment below on a better way. But if you're telling me that if you're just going to spam email, spam text, voicemail drop, mail out mass postcards, mail out mass packets, good luck. But now if you tell me, well, John, what if I take a few things out and I replace them? And you say to me then, all right, I'll make a few phone calls every day. I'll do 25 calls a day. Okay, that's good. I'll attend a networking event or some sort of gathering with business people once a week. Okay, that's good. I will attend a trade show or an industry event once a month. Okay. And I'll exhibit at the local street fair or community event, church event, whatever it is, once a quarter if available. Good. Now, some of you might be asking, well, how does that help? Because there's conversations, there's talking, right? There's eye contact, there's us. That's what makes the difference. There's just not like this all day. This does nothing. Now, if you're doing this on the piano, that does something because it's your ears, it's a sense, it's music. But think about that. If you're on the keyboard, piano, well, there's something that's coming out of the piano that hits your ear, and now you are appreciating it. So I want you to be appreciated, right? And I wanted to take a moment and share this with you because if you don't look at it this way, you're going to give up on me, yourself, and the industry. Now, this is a great time to be in this industry because we have a group of people, right, at different levels that are either hanging up their cleats and going into other industries with the knowledge and experience they have, right? Or they've had multiple businesses and now they're selling their business. That's a good, right? They set the stage for new people coming in. We have other people in the industry that have passed it on to somebody that now they lost interest or they're not interested at all, maybe a family member or someone. So they like close the business or it flops. And then we have people that just give up. Like enough is enough. I need my sanity back. This is not for me. I tried too much. So there is a lot of opportunity. And I will tell you, if you're getting private DMs from Facebook groups or you're getting cold calls, well, you're not the only one getting them. There are millions of people getting them on the internet and by phone every day, right? So, with that being said, here's the difference. If you mass mail, text, email, and someone calls, they have a better chance of sharing their personality than you do getting a reply. Now, if you start the conversation and you continue it through email, or you continue it by sharing resources, or you continue it by nurturing, inviting to webinars, then that's the perfect way to combine conversation and communication, right? If you're tracking with me, let me know below, right? If you're getting value, if you're getting a good perspective based on my experience, my learning curves, right? From what I've learned myself and from others. You know, one thing about high level I'll say to you is that I have such a huge opportunity to meet many great people at all different levels. I've had an opportunity to meet agency owners that are brand new that go from 0 to 100 in 30, 35 days. Had the opportunity to meet amazing um, service providers that serve our high level community, whether they do support as a service, they do consulting as a service, They host masterminds or they host trainings. Amazing people. I've had an opportunity to meet some amazing folks that are part of our affiliates. They're signing up thousands of people to be customers of this amazing platform, right? So I'm sharing knowledge, right, with you based on what I'm learning also. So this is not just my black book of secrets or my black book of strategy. Absolutely not. I'm remixing and repurposing information that is helpful that unfortunately not all YouTube videos share and not all experts share for free, right? So I'm giving this to you as my customer here at High Level. So as we move on, community and networking is something that a lot of people really don't look at as a strategy. It's almost more of like a nice to have or they're bored. Like, oh, that's only good if you got nothing else really to do or things are good, you want to get out of the office. No, absolutely not. Okay. There are some amazing events out there that have been running year over year over year over year over year over year, and they have thousands of thousands of thousands of thousands of attendees and thousands of loyal fans and followers and thousands of supporters. And they've built businesses out of serving those communities, right? So being aware of them is important. Now you can empty out your pockets really quick. So you have to be strategic and responsible of which ones you attend. Because these days, like tickets to events are like $1,000 because the price went up. Back in the day, maybe it was like $297, $497, $300, $150. You go to a nice event, have a little snack, some refreshments, meet some good people. Now it's like almost $1.5 grand to go in US currency because, right, the demand is there, the space is limited, the exclusivity is key, and those that go to these events want to level up. They don't always want to be the teacher. And that's what you're going to learn. Here's what you're going to learn, right? So this is a perfect segue here. When you go to a chamber event, you're going to level up. When you go to a meetup, you're going to level up. You go to a trade show, you be part of a group of events or education, you're going to level up. But you just don't level up by showing up. You level up by looking at the room, making eye contact, having conversations, asking questions, listening, active listening, taking mental note, scanning or making notes, and moving on, right? That's why these events are powerful. Like, so when I used to work a room, I go in, I see, take a little, first impression, grab my phone, pretend to look busy, and whomever lock eyes, walk towards. I always start with the first person that locks eyes. That's my style. Hey, how are you? I'm John. Nice to meet you, man. Where are you from? Cool, man. I'm out here. Right? And it's all about the personality, eye contact, smiling, right? Being a little bit animated so that way those that are around you see, they see, who's that guy? He seems important. Oh, I like his energy, right? Because there are people that do this. And there's people that do this. And there's people that just are at the bar drinking, doing nothing. Like if they're at like if they're at their favorite place watching the game, don't be that. Work this room like it's a Super Bowl for you, right? Work this room like it's a Stanley Cup for you. Work this room like it's an NBA title for you. Like this is your showtime. Show up feeling good. Show up looking good. Show up with a cup of coffee, right? Or some sort of workout before. Like, show up to show out. Because you're wasting your time if you don't. And that's where people mess up. They got this huge tech list. I need to do this, I need to do that, and they do it half. They do it half. Like, don't treat this like a fraction, okay? Don't do it half. Do it all or don't do it at all, right? So let's get into a little bit of networking here. There's a few ways to network. if you want to work this from home, you can, right? But make sure you go outside, hit the backyard, take a walk. Like, don't just stay locked in your house because that just sucks the energy out. You got to move around. You got to feel good. How many of you will take a ride in your car, your motorcycle, your boat, whatever it is, your bike, electric bike, regular bike? How many of you go out and you're like, man, that's a great idea? You're riding, you're driving, and you get all these great ideas. Idea. Like you got to like dodge the ideas, right? So much coming at you, right? And then like you're finding out like, all right, do I type the idea? I got to hold the steering wheel. Do I talk it? Like, man, these ideas are running away from me now. How many of you go through that, right? Those are great because you're out of your normal element. The brain did a reset. Buddy of mine would go out about and he'd have this thing. Originally, I didn't quite understand what he meant by it. Was I'm doing my reset. Doing my reset. Middle of the afternoon. Okay, what's the reset? 5.5 minutes, 6 minutes, whether I'm in the car, whether I'm home, wherever I'm at, I get somewhere good. I shut down, grab a little wet towel, put on my eyes, lean back, put my alarm on. Hey, so and so, set an alarm for 6 minutes. Puts this like deep like brain music. It was like one time he was like, "Hey, you got to put this one." I'm like, "What's this one?" He goes, "It's space vibrations." I'm like, what? Space vibrations? Bro, I got deals to close. I got a quota to hit. What do you mean space vibrations? I'm not going to space. No. You got to follow my lead on this, man. If it don't bring me money, it don't bring me value. No, trust me. So I go with it. I do it, put the wet towel, put my seat back in the car, right? Get into a realm of relaxation, put the YouTube on, put the space vibrations, set the alarm. I was like in another realm. I said, whoa. Alarm goes off. I felt refreshed. You got to give your brain a moment. And I don't do that every day. And I never took naps. I'm not a nap guy. If you like naps, comment below. Let me know if you take a nap during the day. Do you take a nap? I wish I could. I can't. I'll fall asleep and I'll go to bed till the next day. Right? But this reset helped. And when I do it because I'm either spent, exhausted, or my brain is on fire with thoughts, ideas, and actions. And I just need to slow it down. Right? So that being said, I want you to keep these things in mind because you need a reset. And that could be a reset of where you're working out of, a reset of attending events, a reset around being with the same people, right? The same people you're with all the time aren't going to give you the result you want. What got you here is not going to get you there. I know that's not a unique statement here. I've heard it many times from many different people, but it's real. So you got options, whether it's local or in person, right? There are many areas. If you're in the Dallas, Texas area, if you're in the Florida area, Orlando, Florida area, right? Orange County area. There's always a ton of industry association events, tons of trade shows, great local chambers, right? If you're in Texas, Dallas, Texas, Mesquite, you get what I mean. Katy, Texas, downtown Dallas, uptown, like there's a lot of great networking events and gatherings, right? They're out there. And I'm going to show you where to find them. You can't do all this. You can't do it all because you just can't work on one strategy. You do have to have like a mutual fund. You have to have a variety, right? You have to have a nice portfolio of strategies. But this is one to keep in the bucket. So you take me up on my offer, my advice, my experience. He's like, well, John, now what? Well, here it is. Screenshot it. Take action. But here's my call to action to you. I want you to take a moment after this live and participate in a challenge I have for you. Right? participate in a challenge I have for you. I want you to go to Google, type in business networking events in your area, take a screenshot of those events coming up, and post it in our Facebook group, right? And in that post, say who's down to meet some local business owners if you're in the area and network, right? Because here's what I want you to do. I want you to be the fire starter. I want you to be the person that gets people looking outside the box. Because here's what's going to happen. That's what you need to start doing more and more and more as you get to know business owners, right? You got to be the innovator for you and for them. So when you post that in the group, you're going to have maybe a few people say, yeah, I mean, that's great. Or, hey, that doesn't work for me. Oh, good luck. But I want you to set the example and you to give hope to someone else that's in your shoes in another part of the world, another part of the country, another part of the state, to say, hey, she's doing it, he's doing it, I'm gonna do it. Because here's the news, y'all. Here's the news, breaking news. Breaking news just in right now. You will not sign everybody up. Not everyone will like you. Not everybody will want to do business with you. Not everybody will trust you. And not everybody will listen to you. So take advantage of those that do and help others to capture that market, especially if they're in the same group as us. If they're a high leveler like us, man, I would want that person to go to a high leveler than to some random other software that's not going to give them the time, day, or result that I know the people that wear this shirt have with me are going to give them. Right? Like my chiropractor, he is high level. Right? I never signed him up, but he has got high level and I rep it. So be the representation of what winning looks like. Be the representation of what a good attitude looks like. Right? You start putting this out there, I promise you, because I was skeptical at one point too. You start putting this out there and you manifest and you take action, massive action, you better start getting ready to hire some help because you're going to get busy. You're going to get busy. In our high level community, we got amazing people. I mean, we got companies that just all they do is service high levelers. That's all they do. Like there's a handful that they just all they do is like, hey, you're a high leveler, you got customers, we'll onboard you, we'll onboard them, we'll nurture them for you. You keep selling, we'll keep nurturing. You sell them, we'll onboard them. It ain't free, but nothing worth is free unless you get the extra value that you can out of it. Okay? So now we've gone over networking. We're going to lightly touch on Dream 100, right? Call it Dream 10, Dream 25. I'm going to cut to the chase here. Find a few people in your phone, in your Facebook friends, in your email that you haven't talked to in a while, on your LinkedIn, and just because they know you, right? Just have a conversation with them, right? Maybe there's a big speaker or somebody. Just reach out to them, right? They got a business too. Just reach out to them because here's what will happen. And this throws me off all the time. People will respond back and be human. How many of you have sent a message to a celebrity, to somebody you look up to somebody you would have thought they're not going to reply back, and they actually reply back, and you know that it was actually them because you could feel it. You know when it's we as human beings, man, we really can. We have a good detector of the bull. We just keep getting better and better at detecting the bull. So what's real, what's not. Okay? So don't limit yourself. Don't have the limiting belief that, oh, they're not going to respond. Well, if you think like that, they're not going to respond. So don't even do it then. But do it and you'll be surprised. Right? And what's really nice about this approach, if they're connected to you on Facebook, if they follow you on Instagram, if they have you on LinkedIn, they know who you are because here's what most people do. You send them a message, you comment, they're going to their friends list, they're scrolling down. Not even scrolling. They're typing your first letter of your screen name, your user. Your I said screen name. That's old school. Who remembers screen name? AOL screen name, AIM screen name. Man, that's old school. They're looking at your handle on there. I don't follow this guy. Spam, right? Boom, no problem. So you have an opportunity because you're familiar, they're familiar with you. Utilize it. Utilize it. But just don't mass message everybody. Like, know a little bit about them. Like, look at the clues. Maybe they did a TED Talk. Maybe they opened up a business. Maybe they have a bunch of stuff happening. Go ahead and shout it out. Hey, congrats on the new house. Or hey, man, love dope wheels, man. Oh man, love the bike. It's on the wish list. Like, you just give people a little bit of attention and compliment. It goes a long way. Holy smokes. We're like in a time right now where you would think or you believe that people have like big networks, right? Like sometimes like I'll look on a Facebook post and I know the person personally, and all these people are commenting, but that person, like I know they don't know all those people. Like what? Try to put it together, right? That's fine because maybe they do know them. Maybe they're online friends, right? But the perception is, man, that person knows a lot of people. So be the center of the conversation, be in the circle, and then you could expand out, right? That's the cool part of all this. You get to control it because you're starting the conversation and you're pivoting as needed, right? So eventually, like you want to be aware of this. Like you don't want to start the conversations and then like, within four messages in, you say, hey, did you know your Google business profile is lacking reviews? Hey, do you know you're losing potential clients? Did you know that 32% of people that don't have a 3-star or more, like, no. What are you doing? You just took your Dream 100 and you threw it in the trash. They blocked you. So definitely ask questions, right? There's enough resources online that if you're, awkwardly social, not social, like you don't know how to like really get into a conversation, or you're really just kind of to yourself, you're truly an introvert, like that's fine. There's help. There's strategies. But don't just start selling something because you're gonna get walked out of the DMs. And then follow up is key. So here's what I'll say. Definitely, if you're gonna be working from home, prospecting from home, right? You want to have some sort of process. You could use high level, you could use a spreadsheet, use whatever you need to use. But you want to start making that list with their link to their profile next to it. Like let's really get to like action items here, okay? Why am I reaching out to these people? Because I want to make a relationship. In order to make a relationship, what do I need? A conversation. I have a conversation. What do I do next? I need consistency. I have consistency. How do I keep my consistency? By setting reminders in a process that you go back to their profile, you comment on their posts, you send or do shout out, whatever it is. You just need to keep them top of mind. Because every time you keep them top of mind, you become on top of their mind, right? And for y'all that are watching from a distance, right? Just trying to just kind of see, man, let me see what this guy JB says. He does this challenge every other week. I see him waving his hands, right? Looks like he's telling a story or directing planes on the runway, right? What is he talking about, right? The people that are watching from a distance are the ones that are really doing a great job at this. They're in the groups, they're commenting, whether it's being passively funny, direct funny, um, challenger, debunker. They're using their style and they're liking, commenting. They're not doing it all day. They're doing it throughout the week. But because they're doing it, they show up in the algorithm consistently. You become familiar with their name. You become familiar with their expertise. You'll be able to look in a group if you're not, because we're gonna go over that in about five or so minutes here. You'll be able to look in a group and be like, all right, that person's good for email marketing. That person's good for prospecting. That person's a sales gal. That person's really good at optimizations and automations. That person's yes. And you'll notice that even in your local groups, in your towns, that's the tree guy. That's the med spa owner. She's awesome. That's the nail tech. Like everyone's got their people. And although they may not do business with them, they tag them. So be part of that conversation so you get organically called out, right? And that's how you start to build a Dream 100 nurture campaign, right? Because I know all of y'all. And if you guys are still here rocking with me, right? You'll engage with me in the group. Maybe you'll tag me in something. Maybe we'll see each other at an event and you'll say, "Hey man, you're cool." Da, da, da. Or "Hey, I like this." Or "Hey, got a question for you." Like that that's like that just happens, right? So I want you to know you can do that too. You can do that too. So with modern prospecting, right, we've already established that communication by just texting and messaging is a part, but not the whole. Conversation is the main part, picking up the phone, sending a video, um, doing a voice message. How many of you use the voice message in your messenger? Like you'll do like the voice text, like, hey man, how are you? Yeah. Sorry, I'm driving right now, but I wanted to get it right back to you. And then they do, hey, yeah, man, I appreciate you. Yeah, let's catch up one of these. Like, there's that whole flow. You know, I just started using it with friends and people that I enjoy talking to, but I can't talk to them too long. I hope they're not watching here. But instead of calling them, like dialing their number, I limit the access of my brain from exploding by doing the voice part on my phone. So I'll like hold the button down. Hey man, quick question for you. What about this? What about that? And how about this? Let me know. Let go. It sends, right? And then, hey man, it's cool. Yeah, I'm down. Let's go. They let go. It sends. So it's like little sprints. Being on the phone with someone is like a marathon. I'm not ready for a 10K, 20K. I'm not doing a marathon. I want to do sprints. Just keep it quick, efficient, right? So if you find yourself on the phone, if you find yourself taking phone calls all day and just people like you find yourself doing one of these or putting the phone down, walking away, well, you need to hit the voice message part on your text or your Facebook, right? Because that's modern prospecting. All this long time talk, no good. Right? People don't want it. So now we do that, we're leveraging our tools, right? When I say go, you say high level, right? If you're excited about high level, let me know in the comments below. What do you love about high level? What do you love about it? Right? Throw some extra credit out there. What do you love about high level? Don't write me a book now. Just want to know one thing you love about high level. Let me know in the comments. What do you love about the high level education? Whether it's a spotlight session, whether it's a YouTube interview, a masterclass, a 3-day workshop, a 5-day challenge, our masterminds in person, right? Our summits in person. What do you love about the education and community about high level? Let me know below, right? Because all of the things I'm sharing with you is modern prospecting, right? It's modern prospecting, modern education. We're having conversations. We got real human beings doing real things. People are connecting. People are talking. People are making relationships. People are doing business together. So many agencies that are doing business together and they have the same operating system. Crazy. And that leads into modern prospecting with our tools. Our tools are key. Social media is key, right? All of it's key. So I got to switch some screens here because we're on a schedule and your time's important to me. And you've been very generous with your time, your ears, your eyes, right? Your knowledge, your brain. Thank you. Because if I can get 1, 2, 3, or 4 of you to participate in this, the outcome of it is so big. If 1, 2, 3 of you can get us your first sale, participate in what I'm about to throw at you all, share it in the group, you impact so many more people than I could ever do. Right? It's different when I'm saying it, I'm doing it. Like the guy works for the company, he's pretty smart, knows what he's okay, but what about the users? What about the people like me in the trenches? That's why I need your help. Help me help you help them. Right? So do I have your commitment that today I'm going to show you 2 strategies that are not included here? Right? They're not included here. And I'm going to give you specific action items. Specific. But I'm going to ask you, if you do one of them, you got to show it off in our groups. I don't care if it's the high-level community. I don't care if it's the 5-day reviews group. Wherever in one of our well, those are really only 2 groups. So in those 2 groups, wherever you want to put it, you put it. But I need your help to let people know that you are on a mission and you got to shake the apple tree, because there's a lot of people just sitting on the sidelines. They're not taking action. They're losing motivation. They're spent. So you can inspire them to level up, right? So let me get moving here on my screen. Jordan's going to be pulling a winner here in a few once I get done with this. So, y'all have been great. I mean, I wish we had enough gift cards to give to everybody here. You guys got me sweating. Crazy. Awesome. So, thank you for your participation. Thank you for your feedback, your strategies, your supporting comments. I see you on YouTube. I appreciate you. Definitely see you in the high-level Facebook groups. See you on the high-level Facebook business page. I see you all over, man. I really need to get like a big screen and like how they have in those data centers, but I'll get in trouble. But I see it here. So pull this part up here and we're going to get right to business. We're going to get right to business. I just want to put it in the right order. We got this. We're going to go. Whew. Y'all ready for this? Are y'all ready for this? Right. Right. Okay. Let me just make an adjustment here. All right, so I'm gonna give y'all at the end of what I'm gonna go over here. We're gonna go over on time a little bit. It's all good. This is worth it though. Right? This is a good chance. If you got a friend, you got somebody that is like, man, the challenge is great. That's not for me. Go ahead and share this live with them right now. Because this isn't really being shared unless you know where to find it. Right? And let me share what I mean by that. Right? There are people, well, pretty much everybody is consuming repurposed information, right? Nothing's ever unique these days. You have a unique style, right? You're unique because you're sharing it in your way. But the concept is pretty the same, right? So I'm not going to give you like something that is 100% unique. I'm just going to give you the strategy that maybe is not being as used as much, or maybe, whoa, I never thought of it like that, right? But after I go over these two strategies, my last part is 6 challenges I'm giving you. I'm giving you 6 challenges. I just want you to pick one. I want you to pick one of the challenges, and I want you to share it in the group, whether it's our challenge group or our main Facebook group. and my screen just got jacked up here, so forgive me. I'm just making some adjustments here, right? And I want you to tag me in it, right? Because I'm not going to be just scrolling on these groups trying to find it. It's hard because there's so much posts. Like in our Facebook group, in the high level group, there's like a new post every 30 seconds. Whether it's feedback, asking for help, or giving strategy, or sharing a testimonial, it's just nonstop. Positive, help, strategy, and I can't keep up. All right, so I'm gonna give you 6, one to pick from. If you want to go more, go more. I'm cool with it. Right? So move this here to the side. Boom. Okay. So we're gonna go Facebook first, right? We talked about Facebook, we talked about social media. Here's why I want to go Facebook groups. I want to go Facebook groups first because Facebook groups have right now the most interaction where it's not you're not putting too much pressure on somebody, right? So what do I mean by that? I send you a message, maybe your activity that I can't see if you're on or off, right? That's that. 2, I got Messenger and I got Facebook, so I got an excuse to hide or an excuse to hold off, right? And it doesn't make it awkward. 3, we may be part of a couple groups together, so you could look me up, and there's ways to like kind of backtrack and find, right, who I am or how I potentially found you or why I'm reaching out to you. What are our common interests, right? So there's a lot of research opportunities. When you do that on Instagram, it's a little harder. Doing on Instagram is a little harder. When you do it on LinkedIn, it's a little harder. Could be done. And there's whole other strategies for that. But I want to go Facebook because that's where we're on now. YouTube, I like. But I haven't quite figured out something that I get excited about and that I can repeat on YouTube. Now, what's nice about YouTube is that the people that are out there putting out content want to be received. So if you have a good product, a good service, a good consulting opportunity, good mentorship, a good collaboration, a potential joint ventureship, they put their information out there. You just got to know how to respond and outreach, right? Don't get the door slammed on you. So let's just focus on Facebook groups. You all okay with that? Let me know below. Bonus. If you share, because this is not included in the course, right? You got everything that's included in the course already. If you accept one of the challenges and you tag me, I will send you the swipe file. I'll send it to you. I will send you the PDF and you keep it and you have it. Or you could just take screenshots. Or you could just rewatch the video over and over and over as you need to. Up to you. But if you accept my challenge and you tag me and you post this, I'm going to get this to you. Cool? All right. Let's get to business. So I'm going to go a little fast and furious just because if I go too slow, it's going to overwhelm you, right? This is not designed to be consumed in one sitting. There are steps to this, and that's what we're going to go over here. And again, this is not something that I put together in unique. I grabbed it for some of the best people out there, and I'm giving it to you with my flavor, my swag, my style, my perception, my experience, my strategy, my ideas, my futuristic, positive, let's make this money, let's get this done experience and enthusiasm, right? So pinpoint. So our strategy here is using Facebook as an acquisition channel. Using Facebook as an acquisition channel. So we're going to go step 1. We're going to search for a high engagement group, right? So we're going to go into Facebook. We're going to go in the search bar. We're going to type in tree services, right? We type in tree services. A search bar will pop up on the left. It'll say groups, posts, people. Hit groups. You hit groups, you find groups. Catch your eye on those groups. Look at how many members. Less is more is better, right? It depends on the group value inside. You don't know until you get in. So don't judge a book by its cover or by its number. You got to get in, right? And we'll get into what to do next. You get into those groups. Now, here's the temptation. Joining all the groups. Don't get no spam filter put on you by Facebook. Join 3, 4, or 5. No more. This is an everyday. This is like just watering the plants every day, right? Little sun, little water, little sun, little water, and growth happens. Keep that in mind for this. Or you'll get spam blocked and you're going to end up being upset. You join those 5 to 10 active groups within 1 week, right? 2 a day, 1 a day, 3 a day, all in, in the week. And now you're part of groups, maybe around tree service owners, around chiropractors, around health and wellness, around public speaking, right? Around these things, you're part of those groups. When you get in the group, well, before you get in the group, you got to fill out a couple questions sometimes. If you don't fill out the questions, they're not going to let you in. Fill them out. If you got to make an email that you're putting in there for all of them. A lot of them don't require you to give their phone number, but the emails usually require, because this is their lead generation tool too. This is their lead generation tool, right? So you get in there. Now, once you're in the group, you'll start getting notifications because they won't happen right away. It'll be, you're now a member here. You're now a member there. You'll start getting tagged, right? Hey, welcome. And then you'll see like 30, 40 members welcome. So you'll get notified. When you're notified, right? And you look in the group, take a look at the group. All right, we got some good opportunity here, some good conversations. There's an organic participation. There are some thought leaders here. There's some recommendations. There's a little banter, a little passive aggressive, little bit of wild, some spam, but still, it's great. My kind of group, right? Then after that, you hit to the left. No. After that, you go to the top right of your Facebook page, hit the dots of that group, pin it. Pin the group. Pin the group, right? Because you're gonna get accepted to a lot of them, so you got to know which ones is on your top list. Boom. Here's an expert tip, right? Because this was shared to a bunch of people. Our views went up a little bit here, right? So this is being shared. If you're tuning in as an expert or someone who's experienced, right, you'll appreciate this, but you want to leverage the group insights in the group, right? So who they are, where they're from. There are some insights within Facebook that you could see in those settings. You want to see who's leading the discussions. Here's what I started noticing really quickly and real often. A lot of the people that are the thought leaders and in those groups, they host their own stages. They have their own events. They monetize their participation by selling, spaces for coaching. They have an influence over a group. People trust them. Those are great people to be with, right? Here's your action items, right? We're sharing and then we're doing. Your action item is to join 3 groups that is niche to what you want to do, right? Or start or be interested in. Go into groups that you have some sort of interest. Don't force yourself into a group that has no interest for you. Like, you're just like, this is whack. Don't let it be whack. Have fun. And then make a list of those key influencers. So you're going to join the 3 niche groups, right? And then you're going to have your Excel sheet. So here's what I want you to do. A little old school, but I also don't want you to waste time. So I could say jump in high level. And no, I'm going to go create an Excel, Google sheet, whatever works for you. That's your prospecting workbook. On the bottom tab, right, you're going to put your Facebook group name on that bottom tab. Tab 1, Facebook group name 1. On the top of that tab, you're going to copy the link of the Facebook group and just put it there because anything could happen. You want to go quick, right? And then you're going to put name, profile link, and then there are some notes, some cool dude from here, kicked it off, right? Stay in contact. We'll be at this. Like, John, why do I got to do all that? I'm going to tell you. Because if you don't do it, you're not going to care for it. You're going to get overwhelmed. You can't possibly remember so many darn smart people that you're going to come in contact with in these groups. So many subject matter experts, so many people that you relate to. It's just too much to store in your brain. And then, you'll overconsume yourself. So have a process where you just kind of put it in. Boom, boom, dump, three-pointer in there, net, boom, right? And then maybe you take a break from the Facebook prospecting for a bit. And then you go back and you catch up. Because here's what I used to do. I'd work off of the messenger, but that gets clogged with spam and old conversations. Like I don't go all the way down, right? I used to always save posts. I hit the save button. Save, 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 save. I got more posts saved from so long I never look back. I take screenshots. Screenshots. I got more screenshots in my phone than I got photos with friends. I do nothing with it. I do nothing with it because it was for the moment. But when you have conversations and you have this workbook that you work out of, this is a opportunity at its waiting. Okay. How many of y'all find this valuable? How many of y'all really like, man, I never thought of it like that? Or woof, I was doing it, I stopped, I didn't do it like this. Let me know below. Right? This works for any business though. This isn't just if you're a digital marketer. This could work for your new clients that you bring on. See, here's the best part of what I'm going to teach you. What I'm teaching you here, what I'm refreshing your mind on, you can teach to your customers so they get value. And that's where you build your authority, right? So don't make it just about you. It's about your knowledge to serve others. Let's move on. So delivering value at expert level. How? Let's educate without selling, right? We're going to get like what I'm doing right now, right? If I had something to sell you, maybe I do. Maybe I'm going to sell you the opportunity to get a free trial today if you're just watching this, right? And you don't even know what high level is because somebody forwarded it to you. Maybe that's so. I'm John. I work at high level. Right now, I'm teaching a bunch of marketers how to grow their book of business, their relationships, and you're here with me now. You could use this for your business too. I'm going to give you tons of action steps, and I want you to take a 30-day free trial on me. The link is below for nothing. And give these a try and let me know how it goes, right? So back to our regular schedule programming because I'm going to throw more value at y'all. And I just had to make sure that if there was somebody on that other side of the screen that doesn't have high level, that we give them a fair opportunity to take the value and execute and run with it, right? So here's what I want you to keep in mind. Again, this is not specific to reviews only. This could be any service you want to offer. But an example of this is, look, if you're struggling with low conversion rates on Facebook ads, here's a strategy I implemented that our click-through rate was 15% first, and then I gave details. You gotta give the value because people don't want the concept, they want the result. People don't want the concept, they want the result. So give them the result. This is what you do to get this. Don't hold out because you're not going to be looked at as an expert then. And then as you do that, look at that engagement pattern. Like, look who's commenting. Look who's responding. Now, for those that are experts that have been doing this a while, I got something for you. You're going to level yourself up here. You're going to create a video, whether you like it or not. You're going to pull up the Loom app, loom.com, right? You're going to take all that years of experience and knowledge that you've been storing away in a treasure chest, and you're going to start sharing it, all right? Because I know your prices are high. I know you bring a lot of value. But those that don't know you by referrals, right? Because not everybody gets referred to you. I know you pick certain clients. I know you're specific. But who's to say that someone might fit your criteria to be your client and you didn't even know, and they didn't even know you existed? So I want you to create a strategy, short strategy video, right? High value. Make it about 8 minutes. 8 minutes, make it 5. Put something in the microwave for 2 minutes. It could either burn your tongue off or it could feel like an hour. Make it 3 minutes. Make it a minute and a half. Make it whatever you want. Just make something. Express yourself, your strategy, your passion, your intelligence, your energy, your giving, and get it out there. Because the video will live on. The video will live on. Right? That's the expert tip. So the action item here for all of you, if you decide to go this route, is to choose a key topic. So in this case, 3 simple strategies to get more reviews, or how to automate your review requests to boost your online reputation. Record that video, no more than 8 minutes, focusing on one strategy, and then give the opportunity that if they comment below or they want to learn more, that you're more than happy to extend a test drive, right? You got to sometimes use words that are not like salesy and not like, what everybody uses. Like, I'll give you a test drive. Like, take it for a spin, right? When you hear take it for a spin, you hear like of an expensive sports car. Hey, here, take it for a spin. Here, take it for a spin. Take it around the corner. Go ahead. Have fun. You're going to offer that to them, right? And I'll show you how you offer that in the onboarding and the retention, and as we move on tomorrow and Friday. I'll show you how, right? But let's just get the momentum going where we get hand raisers. Hey, yeah, Karen, Irma, right? Hey, you're from Web Reviews, right? Natalie, right? Donald. Tell me about that, bro. What do you got? Tell me about that. Get the crowd, like, get people talking to you. Don't let the crickets take over. The next thing we're going to do in these groups, this is all groups. We're just Facebook groups as an acquisition channel. Facebook groups as an acquisition channel. If you're just tuning in, we did like 7-8 minutes of just intense action items. You got to go back. Right? Build strategic connections, right? And generate those leads by targeting power users. Right? Power users are people that are communicating, right? You could look, they're like top fan or top comment, or like you could see who's who. You see who's who. So get in there. Hey, man, look, I love what you're always about, man. Hey, man, I use one of your strategies, or hey, miss, I really appreciate what you shared. It resonated, right? Don't lie here. Like, be genuine, right? Be genuine. And maybe you have nothing to say to this person right now, but grab their link on their Facebook and put it in your workbook. The link on the Facebook to the workbook. You'll get to it later. Right? But John, isn't that creepy, man? Isn't that creepy? Like, you're telling us to, right, take someone's Facebook link and put it in the Excel workbook so we could follow up later? Yeah, that's what I just said. What's the difference between that and you saving somebody in your phone book that you talk to? Right? What's the difference between that and, right, leaving a message that you had with somebody still in your message box? Right? You're just picking up where you left off. It'd be different if I said spam everybody. Don't spam everybody, because you'll get put on 21 Jump Street. You don't want to get put on blast. Genuine, authentic. And if you don't know what that means or you don't know how to do it, ask me. I'll get you to someone who can really explain it well. I'll find my way to give you an example. Right? Because this is coming from somebody that was like direct selling. Like, hey, man, hey, you want to get started? Let's get started. Like, let's cut the fluff. Let's get started. Like, that doesn't work anymore. And I had to learn my way, right? So, yes, I'm saying to organize your relationships, right? Until Facebook makes a cool way to like make like a night, like what MySpace used to have. Remember MySpace? Who remembers MySpace? They used to have like that little, like, top 10, top 12, right? You used to have them right there. They were for you and for everyone else to know about. Well, until you get that going, right, you got to like have an organization. You got to be organized for success. Organized for success, right? So let's keep it moving. Tracking and engaging with those members manually is money. It's money for them and money for you, right? Because as you make more friends, you start seeing them in conferences. You start getting invited to speaking engagements. You start creating a podcast, you invite them as your guest, right? There is reciprocity that happens on its own when done right. Hey man, jump on my podcast. Really? Jump on mine. Hey man, I got a stage I'm building out here for an event. You want to be a speaker? Yeah, man, jump on mine too. I'm doing mine in May. Oh, you're doing May? I'm doing tomorrow. Oh, great, jump on. Hey man, I got a webinar happening. You want to join? Sure. How much? Nothing, man. I got you. You want to speak too? What do you need me to speak on? Whatever you're an expert in, man. I think you're good at that. Perfect. Jump on. The reciprocity kicks in because there's a lack of good people and good talent out there that expresses themselves. So people are looking for other people to educate their audience. Be someone that they look at as a thought leader to educate their audience. If you keep this track list going on, you're going to track to success. So we've gone over a lot, and I save almost the best for last. Right? You may be saying, well, this should have been first. Well, I put this for last because this part here scares people away. Scares them away. Wait, what? I gotta put a picture up of me? Wait, what? I gotta put a bio? I gotta put a cover image? I'm not even... You gotta put something up. Like, I want you to look at your Facebook profile, like if you're going out to a nice restaurant, right? Going out to a nice restaurant, you gotta dress nice. Nice shirt, right? You don't gotta wear a suit, a nice shirt, nice blouse, right? Presentable. You're not gonna show up in gym clothes to a nice restaurant. Maybe you will. I don't know. But you gotta be your first impression. They don't know you. And if they don't want to get to know you, they're not gonna talk to you. They're gonna report you as spam. Who's this guy? Spam. Spam, spam, spam. So I want you to use Canva. I want you to go into Canva, free version, right? There's a whole bunch of other tools I could show y'all, but they all cost some money. I'm trying to go free. Bonito barato, right? You're going to use Canva to create a background profile banner. So you got your photo. There's like, maybe you see if you're on LinkedIn, like there's a nice little background color, right? That pops the photo out. You need to pop your photo out. You just can't put the, like, you got to make it look good, right? You'll see some examples. You'll be more aware of it now. Then you need to grab that background of your page, that background, right? When you catch that background, it's got to talk about your message. Like, what do I know you for? What do I like? Why would you, how do you appeal to me? Right? And then when you do that, when you put that background, what'll typically happen, what'll always happen is that it'll put it as a post on your news feed. When it puts it as a post, I need you to immediately go into the comment of that background and add your call to action on there. Where is that going to go? I thought you never ask. It's going to go to your link to, so in High Level, we have like Linktree sites, right? We have Linktree sites. It can go to your Linktree. If you don't have one, make one. It's like a digital business card, right? Or it could go to your offer page, to your virtual sales letter, to your About Me. Wherever you want it to go, it could go. But it's got to be easily accessible. So when they click that link, a lot of people do this, right? Like they'll go to your page, all right, scan, all right, cool. We got some mutual friends, part of some groups, all right, see some posts. Make sure you're leaving some posts visible. Don't put everything private. Don't do it. Because you're going to look like a creep and they're going to spam, 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 spam. They're going to report you. They're going to report you. Don't get reported, right? So in that bottom portion of your newsfeed has some post about you. Great. They're going to click on your banner. That banner is going to open up. It's going to have your link on the bottom there as a comment. They're going to click that too. When you're in High Level, you're going to see there's a lot of clicks that are happening. Because as you're joining groups, they're clicking here, clicking there. Even with your photo, like on your photo, when you click your photo, it has a comment section. Make sure your landing page is on there. Make sure it has like either your VSL page, your Linktree, your whatever it is, but duplicate a special page so you see the analytics. Because here's what happens. When I get a bunch of clicks on that page, they go like this. I got 81 visits and 15 opt-ins. Okay. I got an offer here that I need to scale. Or it could be I got 100 visits and 0 opt-ins or 0 appointments. Because in our funnel, right? How many of you love funnels? Comment below. I love funnels. Right? So here's a little fun fact, right? When a majority of you were funnel hacking, y'all were part of different other lead page groups, part of other marketing masterminds, right? I was slinging gym memberships, right? I was slinging gym memberships in fitness centers, right? And then I went from like privately owned fitness centers to some LA fitness centers to then some health and wellness hospital fitness centers slinging gym memberships. And this super awesome gentleman said, "Hey man, I like your style. I always get your messages. Like, you should join marketing." Oh, okay. Takes his business card, writes in the back of it, "Hey man, this job is 40K, holidays off, benefits, this, that. Give me a call one day." Took the card, put it away. There though, right? Because when you're working in a gym, you get a lot of people you meet. You meet a lot of people, right? I put it to the side. Super nice guy. He joined the gym. I never saw him again. He joined the gym. I never saw him again. Right? Out of nowhere, I said, "Let me give this guy a call," because the gym was slow, things weren't working good. They sold the gym. It's just a bunch of headaches. Then I got into corporate marketing, right? In other words, back then it was sales, yellow pages. I was selling yellow page ads and then selling some digital marketing and then just going door to door meeting people. So while y'all were funnel hacking and right going into like deep marketing, I was going into small business marketing and just meeting small business owners with pain. So maybe a majority of you were working with coaches, consultants, celebrities, right? I was working with small business owners that really didn't have a bucket to do anything with, right? And I was building it up from scratch with them, right? So I say all that because this is different for a lot of people, but this is what you need. If I could do it all over, I would do what y'all did. But here's a good thing. When I then started my agency, I caught up from my mistakes and I learned from many great people here, joined a bunch of mastermind groups, worked from the back forward, and now I have the privilege of serving y'all here, right? So with that being said, what I'm sharing with you is gold. It's gold, not because I say it, but because the people before me set the example for you, I, and others, and we took action. So I want y'all to take action on this. I want a refresher in your mind, and we're gonna treat October 2 like January 1. January 1, people running the gym, they're losing weight, they're toning and firming, they're getting their goals set. This is our January 1. October 2 is our January 1, right? So as you make your profile photo, tag me. As you make your banner, I want my notifications to blow up. Tag me, because I'm gonna promise you I got more goodies coming your way if you do that. We're gonna switch this up, right? We're gonna switch this up. Value's king here, right? So you're gonna do all that. That's your action item. Take a screenshot, right? If you take advantage of the challenge that I'm giving y'all, then I'm gonna send you this. I'm gonna give you the document. Here, take it, right? I'm gonna unlock it for you. Have it. So now we take all of this time we did in our Facebook groups, and how do we now put it in high level? Spending $97 a month. Haven't used it yet. Spending $297 a month. I only have 3 sub accounts. Why? Spending $497 a month. I don't even know how to use the SaaS configurator yet. Why? Because you don't have traffic. You don't have an offer. You're not putting yourself out there. You're not challenging yourself. You're not in the right rooms. You're not in the right groups. You're not in the right engagement pods. You're not meeting people. You're not starting conversations. Because your email blasts and your SMS blasts, your email blasts and SMS blasts are about to disappear. sooner than later. If you've been in this game for a while, it is harder and harder to send texts and emails to get in the inbox, right? Or you're paying an expert, like a real expert, to like really tweak and manage it like a server, right? And optimize it every frequently, because the rules change, the algorithm changes. So I share all that because conversations never expire. Facebook, driven by conversation. Instagram, conversations. TikTok, conversations, right? All those are conversation driven. That's why there's video, that's why there's voice, that's why there's communities, all that, right? Those platforms know, you should too. So we're going to leverage this high level for nurturing. We're going to leverage it for our experts. Expert tip: activate your comment automation. Hey, y'all, just did an amazing training with fifth. How about this? Here's an example. Is this working? All right. Hey, y'all, just got done doing an amazing training with 27 people on how to grow your business and get known by reviews and Facebook. I want to make sure that everybody knows this. I couldn't get on there. This was a paid event. But if you comment below growth, I'll send you the first 15 minutes of the training. I'll send you the first 15 minutes, comment growth below, right? And what's going to happen? Ping, 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 growth, 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 growth. What then happens next? New contact, new contact, new contact, new contact, new contact, new contact. What happens next? PDF, video goes out automatically. You delivered on the promise and the value you mentioned. You now have built your authority and your relevancy. If you're going to do that, your action item is to build a dope lead magnet, right? And it's not going to be dope the minute you build it. It's going to be dope when you get people to comment and they get it. So here's this is my lead magnet, right? For all of you all, right, that want this lead magnet, let me know in the comments that you're going to accept my challenge of doing one of them and posting it and tagging me. Because my commitment to you is that I will get this over to you, right? It's going to be fun. I'm excited. That's all we got here, folks, for this one. Who wants more? Who wants more? I need to take a sip. Jordan, do me a favor, y'all. I got Jordan. I need like 20 more minutes. 20 minutes and I'm out. I told Jordan. He's down in the comments below. We do these together here. He's got my back, with working with all of y'all, getting you the answers and all the feedback. Right. So I just need 20 more minutes. We're going to wrap this up. Y'all want more? We're going to give it to you. All right. So I'm going to get y'all the checklist. This is going to break it down, right? Step by step, exactly what you need to do for each section that I shared. Boom. Right? So let's go to the next. The next is we're going to do it. This is our checklist for capture, nurture, close using Google Maps. Capture, nurture, close using Google Maps. So what do you need? You need Google Maps. Google.com/maps. If you're an expert or an efficient, or you were wondering, well, how do I do this the easiest way? How do I capture a list? How do I take the list? How do I import the list? How do I scrub the list? You could use this extension that's free. There's a paid version out there, but I've used this extension, right, to capture as needed. Here's the process. You're going to use your Google Maps to search for businesses. So you'll go to google.com/maps. You'll type in cleaning services in Chicago. Don't type in home services in Chicago, right? Type in specific keyword industry in there. Chiropractors in Chicago. Physical therapist in New York, right? That's going to pull a list there on the left-hand side with the map. So list on the left, map on the right. There's going to be a handful of listings. You got to scroll down to the bottom, right? Get that flowing, right? Open up that search bar, but then you're going to go back up to the top. And you're going to sort for businesses with low reviews. You're going to sort it. Businesses with low reviews, poor ratings, 3 or below, 4 or below, whatever's available. You're going to look at a few things. Again, I don't want you to get lost in the weeds here. I just need you to pick one thing, but I want you to be aware of the mass, right? You can only really have 3 Google business listings, right, that pop up in the map pack and maybe an advertisement or 2. So everybody's a candidate after that, right? But I want you to look at how many reviews do they have? Do they have a website? Do they have their hours? Do they, what do they have that's complete? You'll know what a complete business profile looks like when you see a profile that's, top 3 in the map pack. Take a look at one of those. So if you're doing cleaning services in your area or chiropractic, whatever it is, look at the top 3. Top 3. And you'll see what makes them pop out. Okay? Y'all tracking with me? We're good? Sweet. So here's the expert tip. Businesses with the fewer reviews are an opportunity. But the businesses with an incomplete profile that's not claimed is the low-hanging fruit. Right? Google, how do I know if a business is unclaimed? Those are low-hanging fruit. Reach out. My action item to you is to start small, but small and mighty. Choose one industry, do the search, create a list of 20 businesses with fewer than 20, even 10 reviews, a low rating, right? Put them in you could use the instant data scraper tool. You could just copy and put them there. Here, I just want you to get 2 pieces of information. I want you to get their business name and their phone number. And a bonus, just grab a link or take a screenshot of it if you need to, because you might, take whatever you need, but don't put like a whole write-up on them. Because I used to do that. Right? Efficiency and speed is key. And it'll get better as you go. Right? Now, you got 20, right? We got our list of 20. But John, I don't know their name. Good point. If you Google a business name and phone number, typically, when you Google it, it shows other listings. And at least one of those listings has somebody's name. I don't know whose name, but it's usually an owner or somebody that's registered to the business. Their name is on it. Go with that name. Hey, are you so-and-so by chance? Awesome. Oh, that was a previous owner? That explains it all. Right? So I got my list. Call. Hey, is this Joe by chance? Oh, is that like a previous owner? Oh, okay. That explains it all. Saw that? That explains it all. That's one way you could do it. That's exactly why I'm calling. That's exactly why I'm calling. Right? They say, no, we're not interested. That's not us. That's exactly why I'm calling. Exactly why. I mean, exactly why you're calling. Because this name is all over, and either someone is piggybacking off of your business, right? Or there's something wrong here that it could be affecting why you're not getting the business that you should be getting. But that's exactly why I called. That explains a whole lot now. That makes total sense. I knew it, but I just wanted to confirm. Like, you're just like, what? Who the heck are you? That's exactly why I'm on the phone with you. That's exactly why I called. It's a disruption, y'all. Because people won't even hear you, they hang up. And if they hang up, don't worry about it. They're not the person for you. They're not for you. So don't worry about it, right? So let's get to the next. Well, any questions on that? Let me know below. Is this helpful for you? Is this helpful? Is this giving you what you need? What you might be missing? For those of you that are coming back just for this part of what I'm sharing, right? How is this how is this? Is this something that's a little like we didn't have this before? I didn't go this deep before. But now we're getting people that want like more action. We're gonna give it to y'all. Let me know how it is. Right? Awesome. Let me get to the next. So as we move on, as we proceed to give you what you need, right? Just lost my spot. It is now time for our 20, list of 20, to reach out. I know y'all didn't think this was going to happen on its own. At some point, we had to reach out, right? So you got a couple ways to reach out to these people. Well, first and foremost, I'm going to just pull the P word out on you. You're going to pick up the phone, all right? You're picking up that phone. You are not going to pick up the phone because then you are not going to get what you deserve to get, which is results. Like imagine if somebody tells you like in order to be stronger, run faster, you got to do what you got to do, and you say, nah, I'm not going to do it. You're not going to get what you want. Pick up the phone first and foremost. I know there's better ways, but better is not best. Better is only an option. This is the way. Human conversations. Another way is Facebook groups, right? Facebook groups, right? Because now you know the name of the business owner or the person. Search online, and then you're going to see they're part of some groups that you're in, right? This Facebook thing is like really like connect the dots here, right? This is like connect the dots. I mean, it's a lot more strategic than you probably think of right now. But it's good, a lot of gems in here. But also what you're going to do, and you're not going to do this all day. Not all day. You're going to do it for 20. You're going to go to their website. You can use a form fill. So here's an expert tip. There's an extension, form fill extension. These things come and go, right? So just make sure you run your virus scanner. You make sure, you get the paid version if it's worth it to you. You don't need to. But you're going to use the form fill if you get really good at this or want to do it more often, or you're just going to copy paste, right? Copy paste, you set it up in your browser. It'll like put your name, it'll like you put J-O, it'll like John, boom. Your phone number, 9, boom, it'll show up. Your email, it'll show up. And then your message, you copy paste. Send out 20 messages because here's what it is. When you send a message to a website, it goes right into their inbox most times, right? Or they get notified somehow most times. But be a little bit be curious. Like hey, I want to sell you something. Don't do that. Because there's somebody behind there that's the gatekeeper too. The gatekeepers always exist, and they exist for sanity purposes. Right? So create that personal message. John, I don't know how to get personal, man. Like, what do you mean personal message? Like, what? I know what you're saying. John, how am I going to get personal? Thought you never ask. You get personal by doing a little Google search of what the business is about. Maybe the business is busy. Maybe the business was in the news. Maybe the business is around the corner from you, so you're aware of it. Maybe you went to high school with the business owner, or you went to high school with one of the family members. Find a way to get personal, right? Find a way to get personal. I'm not saying, get nosy. Just put yourself as a human. Stay consistent. You stay consistent by following up days later. So, John, how am I going to follow up? I got to wait. So, John, you're asking me to like go to these website pages, pull up this profile, all this stuff, and I got to follow. How am I going to follow up? The same way you do your Facebook group management. Put it in your workbook. Put it in your workbook. Put a little tab on the bottom and put it in the workbook. Because when it's worth something, you throw it in your CRM. You throw it in your high level. You throw it in your whatever you want to call it. Right? Throw it in your system. But don't fill your system with junk. Right? Fill your system with quality. Fill your pipeline with quality. Don't give yourself false hope. Give yourself positive potential. Okay? But here's a message I want you to send. So here's the challenge. Throwing the ball at you. That's a basketball. Right? I'm going to do this for effect. I'm throwing the basketball at you. Throwing the football at you. Throwing the baseball at you. Catch it. But here's what I want you to do. Right? And this challenge is for everybody. Right? I'm taking receipts here. I want to know who's with me to win this. Or who's with me just to kill time. I want winners by my side. I want to rock with y'all. So here's my challenge to you. You're going to write this message. Hey, Joe. Hey, Jane. I noticed your business only has so-and-so reviews. I'd love to help you improve your online presence and increase them to be much more better. Call me or text me. Like, I just made my own remix, right? So let's go this way, right? Let's take this textbook version, right? And now let's make your version. I want y'all to do me a favor right now. In the comments, we got 2.5 lines to work with. Give me your 2-liner that you're going to send out to 20 people today. Whether it's through email, through website contact form, through email or website contact form. Don't send this to a message. Email or website contact form. Create me your message right now and type it in the chat below. I'm going to go. Right? I'm going to go with that flow. Little personalization. Right? I don't know who these people are, but I looked on the website. I got Jim and Sarah, with the cheesesteak, right? They put themselves out there. They built a personal brand on top of their business brand. So they're like local celebrities. So it's not hard to find out who the business owners are. So like back in the day, people used to hide behind their business. Today, they are the driving factor of their business. So there's a lot of clues to be taken and a lot of options to be making, right? So you send this out, boom, go. Let me see yours. Throw it below. Throw it below. And don't be spilling no coffee on keyboards here, right? Not responsible for damages. You're going to get me in trouble here, folks. Going to get me in trouble. I'm going to hear it. I know I'm going to hear it. John, you went rogue on the chat. What are you? I'm gonna take the responsibility for this, y'all, because today's October 2nd, and I woke up with a new mindset. I'm gonna give the folks that give me their time, that give me their energy, that give me their commitment. They're in my DMs. They're commenting on pages. They're helping each other. What can I give these people to have the most amazing October ever? So I went to work. We still got more, right? Boom. Expert tip, build rapport, keep conversations value-driven without pressure, right? Don't respond so quick. Don't make them feel anxiety. This guy's fast. Oh, man. You're going to get blocked. Keep it smooth. Keep it simple. We're going to go to the next one. Social media and websites, right? We can't find them on the website. They don't have a website. We go to their Instagram. Here's a fun tip, fun fact. Most people have Instagram for their business because it's easy. It's fast. It's cool. It's cool, right? So if you're like in that, I'm not going to use, it's cool. Everybody has Instagram. And Instagram's like a cell phone these days. Hey, you ever go somewhere and like you're just talking, right? Hey, man, like, what do you do? Oh, okay, cool, yeah. Hey, man, what's your Instagram? When was the last time you heard someone say, Hey, what's your phone number? What's your phone number? Oh, hey, what's your Instagram? Oh, cool, cool. All right. And then you go on their Instagram and they got like no photos, but they're watching and they have the messenger. Hey, what's your Facebook? Oh, for what? So like Facebook for a lot of people is like a personal. Instagram is like the cool, chill, like texting kind of vibe. So you'll see it. You'll be more aware. Hey, what's your Instagram? Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah. I don't use it much though, but I do. You could DM me. You could send me a message. Right? Keep that in mind. Little fun tip. Let's get back to our programming here. Right? So we move and groove here. Right? The contact us page, hit the forms. You guys know that already. Right? Another message. Right? You could. Right? Instagram less is more. Keep it simple, all lowercase. Don't make it professional. Right? I just did it like this. I didn't want y'all to think I was, didn't know what to do here. So, right, make it yours. Step 4. In your snapshot, I included a webinar. That's the second iteration of the challenge. I included a webinar. So if you went to the first few challenges and you never came back because for whatever reason, you either flew to success or you're like, man, this isn't helpful. I apologize either way for not letting you know that we added a webinar. We added a marketing audit. I got more coming. I can't even tell y'all, but I got more coming to the challenge because we got a surprise coming in the next 2 weeks. These next 2 weeks at high level, you're gonna need a fire extinguisher by your computer because your computer's gonna fry. That's how much we got going on here. All right. Next 2 weeks, you're gonna know a few names, and you're like, oh wow, they're here? Huh. They're here? Whoa. When it's high level, when we got 19 days till high level summit, we break all the rules around here from what I hear. I'm only here a short time, but I'm learning quick. Right? So get on Canva, free or paid. Don't let the money hold you back. Free or paid. Create your flyer for your webinar. Create your flyer for your value stack. Create your flyer for your banner. Create your flyer for your call to create your flyer just to get something out. Just don't do keyboard wars. Stand out. Stand out. Okay? Here are some ways that you can leverage it. Screenshot it. Because here's what's going to happen. You're not going to get this if you don't participate. So I'm going to give you a chance to screenshot it. You could go back because this is extra collateral. This is extra. This is not part of the challenge. This is bonuses. Right? This is if you were a customer, this is bonus stuff here. Screenshot it, take action. If you participate in one of the challenge call to actions that I'm going to give you, I'll send you everything. Absolutely. Right? Next, with everything that we're doing here, we're going to leverage the prospecting tool. The prospecting tool. If you've never heard of it, now you know. If you never heard of it, now you know. It's in high level. It's under the agency view. It's in the top part of the panel, prospecting tool. Okay? In that top part of the panel, prospecting tool, it's going to give you a whole screen where you could type in businesses. It'll pop up. Just like a Google search. It's connected to Google. Google API, listings get pulled in, right? Pick which ones you want. It runs a report. Report takes about maybe like putting a Hot Pocket in or an Elio's Pizza or something, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, depending on how you like it. Three minutes max. Goes quick, right? But it gives you good information. But I don't want you wasting your time running a bunch of reports. It's not gonna do you nothing. You only run the report when you start making phone calls, you start getting engagement. That's when it's worth your time to run a report. Don't do a book report for a project that hasn't been assigned yet. How many of y'all have done a book report, wrote a thesis, before it was assigned to you. Don't do that here. Don't start writing up your analysis, right? Your $1 million plan for some business that doesn't even know who you are. They don't care who you are. They're not even going to talk to you. Save that energy and that time for the business that says, yes, I do need help. My business partner did leave me. I am hurting. My family member does need my attention. Right? Give them the value. Here's what I want to share with y'all. Right? Here's what I want to share with y'all. I want y'all to give extra to people that are genuine. I want y'all to give extra to people that are listening. I want you to give extra to people that acknowledge, that accept your phone call, that respond to your text, that maybe procrastinate a little bit. You send them an invoice, they don't pay it right away. Okay? You know, you send them a message, they respond a little later. Okay? But they respond. They acknowledge. I want you to give those people just a little extra. Because here's what you'll notice. There's a lot more people that won't give you anything. They'll belittle you. They'll talk about you. Hey guys, stupid salespeople keep calling me. I don't want to name a name, but one of them is in this group. So much of that out there. So give extra to those that say thank you, but no thank you. Hey man, no problem. You got my phone number. I'm in town. I'm nearby. We probably have some mutual friends. You change your mind, you call me. You need a favor, call me. But here's what I want to do for you. I'm going to set you up on a family and friends special that I do. I'm going to give you this, right, until you get your first 10 reviews. I'm going to help you get your first 10 reviews. And if you know anybody else that could potentially use my help, would you refer them to me? Awesome, man. Let's get you going, bro. Let's get this going. I know times are tough. I'll help you out. First 10 reviews, though. Not your first 1,000, your first 10. All right? All right, so let's get you have a customer list set up already? Right? All right, I got like 15 minutes. So I got to, forgive me if I'm rushing this a little bit. I just want to make sure we get everything we need before and now you're giving, you're taking. You're giving, you're taking, you're giving, you're taking. Then you build relationship, right? So if you see that it's something you could do, let me know. If you see that's something you could do, let me know. Let me know. I got you. Right? Cool. Let's go. Where's my share button? Okay. So here's your action list. Right? The Google Map, the free extension, grab your 20 businesses, call, follow up, outreach. Right? Create your flyer. You're going to use the prospecting tool. But here's a kicker. You're also going to use Loom for the experts. Remember I said it before, Loom is your best friend if you really know what you're talking about. If you're comfortable and confident, Loom is your stage for your audience. Leverage it. You might think no one's watching it. The views don't lie. Because what I like about Loom, and I'm not an affiliate of Loom, I have no relationship with Loom. We just use it here at high level. People in the industry that use it and they see results. I watch Looms when they share them. So no affiliation here. This is not an endorsement. But what I like about tools like Loom is that it tells you who's watching it if it's, set up nicely. It gives options for engagement. It gives you metrics. And that's what you need. You need the data to support it as you get in depth. As you get in depth, you need the data. Double D. Depth data. Together, you double what you're doing now. You double it. Because the depth and the data give you the room to expand. Consistency is key, y'all. For dramatic effect, if you wear readers, if your screen is with 500 Tabs open. This is all that matters, friends. This is all that matters. One thing consistently will get you a lot further than nothing. One thing will get you consistently further than nothing, right? So if you found value in this, let me know in the comments. What was your takeaway? What was your takeaway? If you're just tuning into this, you got to go back. You got to go back, right? And whether you're a high level user or not, if you take one of my recommendations and you do it, you tag me, and I'm going to give you this swipe file, and then I'm going to get you a 30-day trial, and then I'm going to have our team set you up fully with some other options that we have here at the high level team. Okay. Want to get you going, right? We got time. We're on day 3. We got time to make up, right? Cool. Let me know your comments below. What's a takeaway? Because here's your checklist, right? This is the checklist you're going to have. It's a little bit more sweet to the point. It's got the messages you need to do, right? Spark notes. And boom. Right? This even tells you what to say, how to say it. Introduce yourself. The video right here. Boom. Come on. Right? But John, if this is so great, why don't people use it? Because they're not consistent. They don't believe in it. They believe that they should be getting something for nothing. But that's the difference here from all of you all here and all of those that are no longer in the industry or that are struggling to stay in the industry, right? So pick your journey, pick your adventure. If you accept challenge 1, right? I want you to identify 20 potential clients, take a screenshot of your Google Maps page, right? Post it in either our high level official community or a 5-day reviews group and tag me. JB, I'm getting to work, right? I'll wait for you. If you take challenge 2, you're going to reach out to 25 businesses this week. You're going to send out a message, short and sweet. Short and sweet. Leave it with curiosity. Leave it where they get back to you, whether it's positive or negative. Let them get back to you, right? When you start getting those messages, compile them. If it's 1, perfect. You get 1 reply, share it. Here's my ask. When you screenshot, block out the name and email for privacy, right? Right? We don't want you sharing people's information. I wouldn't want mine shared like that, right? So just please make sure that when you screenshot it, right, just blur it out, right? And I just want to see the date and time and your email and their response. Like I want you to help me debunk all this. I want your help to debunk it. That doesn't work. This does. Okay. Next, challenge 3. You're going to make a Canva flyer for your webinar, for your lead magnet, for your event, for your mastermind, for your Zoom gathering, whatever you decide, you're just going to make a Canva flyer that just it best represents you, right? You don't got to be a designer, just best represents you. Check it for spelling, make sure it's clean, right? Tag me, post it. Challenge 4. Maybe that's what you decide to take, right? Challenge 4. You're going to go to Loom, download it, the extension, right? Create a free account and you're going to create a 30-second Loom video. Hey guys, JB here, work for High Level. If you don't know, so now you know. We rock because people like you keep us going, helping small businesses make a change in their area, right? Right? Oh, that's not good. Let me do. Hey everybody, capture, nurture, close. That's how you grow your business. If you don't know, now you know. Comment below if you want to learn how I can help you and you can see the same results as my other clients, right? I don't like that, right? You get to pick and choose, but don't go too much. I don't like it, right? You get like one or two takes, but that's it. You got to post it, right? You got to post it. Like if you don't, if you're just going to critique yourself, well, there's a whole bunch of other people that can do that for you for free. Don't be your worst enemy. Next, challenge 5. Maybe this is the one you want to take. Maybe this is the challenge for you. Did you book appointment or see a result from any of the checklists? Right? Shout out a checklist. Right? Because here's what people say. Oh man, those checklists, those lead magnet, those guides, those swipe and deploys, they're all garbage. Okay. Not according to so and so, it worked for them. Ah, collateral. It worked for them. The proof's in the pudding. So help me debunk that, right? And get a result out of it. Because here's what I'll tell you. You get appointments, you get great conversations, you can bombard me all day long. I'm going to help you as much as I can. Or I'm going to get you to somebody that can help you, right? And last is the weekly progress check-in. So I'm going to probably have another one of these, right, for the next challenge, the next week. If you do this one, the 6th challenge, right? And then you do one of the ones up top with an action, I got something for you more. Okay? I got more for you. There's more where this came from. Because here, look, y'all, we're here to win. All right? This is October 2nd. Okay? This is our January 1st. What I just did today with you, what we just did today, is we took ourselves from October 2024 to January 1, 2025. And today starts your focus to the next level. Today starts your energy to bypass the naysayers. To take those that are around you that second guess you, or maybe they don't believe that you really have a business. Maybe they don't believe that you really are doing something that you say you are. Maybe they believe that, it's just a hobby. This is just a hobby. Let's take action. So I've given you some items that experts, professionals, 6-figure, 7-figure, 8-figure, multi-figure winners share out there. I've purposed it for you with confidence and results, personal experience, with a software that can empower you to take you, your family, your business, your employees to the next level. This is as far as I could bring you. We're day 3. This is a money day. And if you don't take action here, I'll catch you on the next challenge. But if you're ready to take action, you're ready to reach out, you're going to have another challenge ahead of you, which is, John, how do I fulfill these customers? What do I say on this appointment? How do I manage my calendar? I got appointments booked. I'm missing them because I don't have my calendar set up right. I need to upgrade my account. I need a VA. What do I do? That's a new problem. And then a new one will happen after that. And then a new one. But if you stay where you're at with what you're doing, whether it's good or okay or basic, you'll have your problems that you're at now. But look, y'all, the chat's on fire. The energy's out there loud and clear. The challenge is here. High levels here. Ain't going nowhere. You're pumped. It's our new year starts today. Whether you got fired from sales from another company, you got laid off, you were let go because you pushed back. Someone stole your commission and you said enough is enough. They didn't pay me. I'm not working for these people no more. Doesn't matter. What matters is you're in full control. You're in full control. So with that be the case, keep your calculator handy. Keep your laptop fully charged. Keep your brain with positive, motivating thoughts and get to work. I'll see you on the Google Maps. Who's going to be the first to post their result of the challenge and to post they got appointments and to post they got their first sale? I'll be waiting at the finish line. See ya.